right, guys, so super excited to share with you the Narwal Freo Ultra Robot Vacuum and Mop. Yes, you heard me correctly. This vacuums and mops. It could do one or the other, or if you put it in Freo mode, and I'll explain that later, it will do both at the same time. So one side of it is the vacuum, the back side of it is the mop, and the front side will vacuum up your dust and particles, and the back side will mop. Amazing. So this is your smart robot vacuum mop. It has a very sleek design. This is the actual robot vacuum right here, but there is a whole other compartment that comes with it. It has its own home where it tucks in, so it looks aesthetically pleasing. I live in a small home, so I'm always looking for kind of space-saving ideas. This thing is amazing. So we've had it for about a month, and I have not mopped since. This thing does it all by itself. So a couple of things. It comes with a very user-friendly app. If you want to install it on your phone, there's a ton of features in the app, and I'll talk about that as well. However, if you're like me and don't want to have to operate everything from your phone, or you don't use your phone, no problem. You can do everything from the base itself, which is what I've been doing, and it works wonderfully. A couple of the features on this. So what it does is, let me show you the bottom part. You have your mops right here. You can tell I've been mopping. And then you have kind of your dust brooms right here. So what these do is they fling around, and then the vacuum part right here will work. It'll pick up the dust. And then if you want to use both modes, then this will go into play as well, your mop. But again, you can use one or the other. You can just vacuum, you can just mop, or you can do both. The other great thing is right here where your vacuum is. So most of the time with vacuums, as you can tell I have long hair, there'll be a ton of hair that gets tangled in this area. Well, this actual broom, dust, whatever you want to call it, doesn't allow that. So check it out. We just got done doing my whole house, and there's not a speck of hair in there. If you do happen to get anything caught up in here, you can tell it was very easy for me to remove the brush and vacuum part. Just stick that right in there. This lid goes on top, and you're done. I forgot to mention this area, there's also a little razor and a brush, so you need to brush out any hair or cut any hair with the razor. That also is included with the set. The base has a self-cleaning device, so we're going to show you how that works as well. But if you still want to clean your mop pads, you can tell they're easily removable, and you can wash these separately. Another great feature with this robot mop vacuum is it will push down, so it provides pressure on whatever surface it's covering. So most robot vacuum mops, they just kind of just lightly go over the surface. This one does it. You'll see the wheels right here. See that? So what it does is when it's actually mopping, it'll go down and it'll put pressure on whether it's your carpet, whether it's a rug, or whether it's your hardwood floor or a tile. It'll put some pressure on, so it's deep cleaning and making sure it's picking up any particles when it's in vacuum mode, and deep cleaning in mop mode. The top is removable, and there's actually a power button right on top, so it's easy to power on or off. The top is removable, and this is where the vacuum component lives that collects all the dust and whatever else you have. So there's a filter right there. It comes with additional filters and baggies, or you can utilize kind of a permanent one right here, set this right in here, and then empty this out when you need to. As you can tell, the actual robot component is a beautiful, sleek, clean design. This little area right here is full of sensors. So when you first start out your mopping experience, what it's going to do, or your vacuuming experience, what it's going to do is it's going to map out your entire home. So it's going to go around and see what areas, whether it's carpet, rug, hardwood floor, tile, whatever it may be, it's going to map out the home and what areas are cleanable, so to say. So I live in about an 800 square foot home, and what it did when I first started it is it went out and it mapped out everything. That map will be included in your app. When you're inside the app, it'll give you a full view of your floor plan. So within the app, you can schedule cleanings, whether it's mopping, whether it's vacuuming. You can include no-go zones. So if you want to exit out an area of your home, the app will allow you to do that as well. You can schedule cleanings, you can schedule moppings, it's voice activated. So if you want to tell it to start cleaning, it will do that as well. And you can set customized spot cleaning. So for example, if you happen to have an accident in the kitchen, you can, within the app, you can direct it to go to your kitchen and just clean that area. All right, guys, so this is what the home base looks like. I brought it up here so you can see it. I can show you some of the features up close. You just saw me clean out the bottom base where the narwhal or the robot vac lives when it's not actually doing its job. And everything in here is removable and cleanable. So you will see this little guy find his way home right inside here when it's going back to clean itself or when it's done cleaning for the day. Home base has an LED display that's a touch display right up here. So when I mentioned earlier, you don't need the app to be able to use this. The display to utilize the robot vac mop is right up here, very user friendly, and it has a child lock. So if you have little ones that have curious fingers and like to touch lights and stuff like that, you can child lock it and it'll be just fine. They're not gonna mess anything up. So I'm gonna share a little bit about how this works. So how you wanna start is there's two basins up on top. There is the dirty water basin. Usually that starts out as empty. And then there's your clean water basin right here. So and then there's a cleaner solution. There's a cleaner area. I'm gonna show you on video inside here where your cleaner goes. This is the cleaner that comes with the Narwhal, and you can purchase this separately as well. This goes inside. It'll automatically add solution to your mopping mode. So your clean water right here, it'll add solution. And then again, the clean water will go down. It'll saturate the mop. Mop will go out and do its job, scrub, clean, mop. Then every so often when the mop, it senses that it's dirty, it'll return to home base. It'll come back, dun, 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 come back to home base right here. And then inside, it's a self-cleaning. So it's a self-clean scrubbers inside. It'll scrub the mop clean. It'll get rid of the dirt and debris. The dirt and debris water will come right here with your dirty water. And then it'll saturate it again with clean water and cleaning solution. Then it goes back out to do its job. It does that about every 10 minutes or so. Let's say you forget to empty out your dirty water. What it'll do is it's a kind of secure vacuum close. So if you forget to empty this for some reason, it won't stink, it won't smell. You just it's closed tightly. And when you come back to do your vacuuming, you'll have to do it then. There's a little flotation device right here. So once this is full of dirty water, the mop itself will tell you, it'll say, your water basin is full, you need to provide clean water, and then you do that. But it'll tell you once it's full of dirty water and you need to add additional clean water and empty out the dirty basin. When the Narwhal comes back to its home base to be cleaned, it'll clean it, it'll rinse it, it'll do that, scrub the mopping pads, it'll do all that. When it goes back out, it remembers where it last was. So it's gonna return back to the place where it left off and then continue to clean from there. Super smart. So to vacuum and mop my entire house, I would say it takes about an hour and a half. It did not run out of battery life. It still had like 60% battery left in it even after it did the entire house. When the Narwhal is done with mopping, cleaning, vacuuming, whatever you have it do, it has a self-drying mode, which is amazing. So the self-drying mode it's going to dry the mop pads for you. So lots of times you get like that stinky kind of smell from old mops, or you got to take the pads out immediately so you don't get that scent. This will dry the mop pads. You can still replace the mop pads and clean them, I'd say like once a month if necessary, but that feature alone is amazing. So I touched upon some of the features. It still has a ton of features, especially in the app. So check out the app. This is amazing. This is a time saver for me. I can plan everything out and my hardwood floors look beautiful. The Freo mode is awesome. That is the vacuum and the mopping at the same time. This guy is super smart. If you're gonna make an investment, do this. Better than probably a cleaning person because it's gonna clean more often. It's very reliable and you don't have somebody in your home.